There's this crippling weight that many of us quietly carry. It's that sense that we're somehow not enough, not attractive enough, not intelligent enough, not successful enough, maybe even a sense of not being lovable enough. And if any of this sounds familiar, you're not alone. So many people struggle with feelings of inadequacy, insecurity, and self-judgment. And what good has any of it done for any of us? Has it made our lives better in any way? Or has it only made it more unbearable? You've probably heard it said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So here's a challenge for you. Here's a challenge from Louise Hay, who said, "You've been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try accepting yourself and see what happens." And I know that for a lot of people, self-acceptance might seem out of reach. I know that for many people, the very idea of self-acceptance sounds impossible. How can you accept yourself when you have so many flaws, when you've made so many mistakes, when you've fallen short in so many ways? But here's the thing. Self-acceptance isn't about convincing yourself that you're amazing and that everything you do is incredible or impeccable. It's not about ignoring your flaws and pretending to be perfect. It's about something deeper. It's about freedom. The freedom to stop pretending, to stop performing, to stop constantly needing approval from other people just to feel worthy. Self-acceptance begins with honesty, not perfection, but just raw, open honesty. It starts with gently acknowledging yourself as you are in this moment, with all of your flaws and imperfections, with all of your limitations and shortcomings, with all of your mistakes and failures, and saying, "This is just where I am right now on my journey, and it's okay." And it's not about giving up. It's not about resigning yourself to never growing or changing or improving. The truth is, there can be no growth without acceptance. As Carl Jung once said, we cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. And what this means is that so long as we condemn ourselves, we disempower ourselves from being able to change. We get stuck in this idea that we're so intrinsically broken that there's no hope for us, that this is simply how we are and there's nothing we can do about it. But when you accept yourself, it opens you up to the possibility of change, because there's also the recognition that who you are isn't your thoughts or behaviors, your habits or your mistakes, or even your personality traits. It's something deeper than all of that. None of those things are permanent fixtures. None of those things define you. Self-acceptance begins by recognizing where you are at this very moment, and that includes those things which you may not particularly like about yourself. It means acknowledging all of it with compassion rather than condemnation, with understanding rather than with judgment. It means being true to who you are as you are in this moment, which includes all of your flaws and imperfections. It means no longer worrying about whether or not you measure up to someone else's standards. Because when you stop judging yourself, You stop caring about other people's judgments as well. You stop worrying about what other people might think. Imagine the weight that lifts from you when you no longer feel the need for other people's approval, when you no longer have to adjust who you are to avoid judgment or rejection. Imagine the freedom to just be who you are without the constant worry that who you are is somehow unacceptable. As Paul Tillich once said, the courage to be is the courage to accept oneself in spite of being unacceptable. What that means is that you accept yourself even when others don't. It means accepting even those things about yourself that you would otherwise find unacceptable. It means being who you are, being authentic, being real, even when you feel inadequate or unworthy, even when you feel broken. What self-acceptance really means, if I had to sum it up into one simple sentence, I would sum it up like this. Self-acceptance means allowing yourself the freedom to just be as you are. So, how do you cultivate self-acceptance? How do you practice? Simply begin by taking notice of your inner critic. Notice when that voice in you begins to judge and criticize, and interrupt it. Don't just assume that what it tells you is the truth. Question it. Secondly, give yourself permission to not have everything all figured out. The truth is, no one has it all figured out, even when they seem to. Third, forgive yourself for all the things you didn't know then, but know now. We all make mistakes in life, and that's just how we learn. So learn from your mistakes, but don't condemn yourself for having made them. Take whatever wisdom you can from them and apply it in the present. And then let the past go. There's nothing you can do to change what has already happened. Number 4, look for qualities in yourself that you value in others. Think about the kind of qualities that you most appreciate in those you meet. It might be honesty, it might be kindness, it might be creativity, it might be all sorts of things. Whatever qualities you most value in other people, reflect and see if you also have any of those qualities. And if you do, appreciate them the same way that you appreciate them in others. Number 5, whenever you catch yourself judging or criticizing or condemning yourself, whenever you're feeling insecure or embarrassed, when you find yourself obsessing over your flaws, remind yourself that no one is perfect, and you don't have to be perfect either. There's a freedom in self-acceptance. It frees you from the constant need to chase after other people's approval. It frees you from the anxiety of always needing to measure up. It frees you from the exhausting need to please others or to explain and justify who you are. But most of all, it gives you the freedom to simply be you, to live a life that feels authentic, a life that honors your passion, your values, your interests and inclinations, your unique way of being in the world. And when you begin to live in that freedom, you find a richness in life, a life that is meaningful, a life worth living. If you find value in this content, be sure to like, share, and subscribe.